This is why you have the tattoos, and your cool little scars, and you go out and you take your smoke breaks. It's fun, isn't it? But here's the thing. You're terrible at this. You're no good at it. Go faster, motherfucker. Keep going faster. Why are you so slow? Why are you so fucking slow? Why? You think you're so tough? Yeah. Why don't you say this? Say, yes, chef. I'm so tough. Yes, chef. I'm so tough. Say, fucking yes, chef. I'm so tough. Yes, chef. I'm so tough. You are not tough. You are bullshit. You are talentless. Say fucking hands. Hands? You should be dead.
If it was me dying on the sidewalk, you'd walk right over me. I pass you every day and you don't notice me.
And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
You don't listen, do you? I don't think you ever really hear me. You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts. But you don't listen anyway.
Lithium, Prozac. When's it gonna end?
What you're going through is very painful, I know that.
You get stabbed in the ribs. That's painful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since the video title is Body Dysmorphia, I thought I should give a little personal experience on my struggle with body dysmorphia and everything in that category. However, I do want to create a full video of just simply talking about my full life story of the gym, my mental, physical, everything, all of those struggles. So I don't want to go too in depth in this video, but at the same time, you know, the title's Body Dysmorphia, I had to talk about it. So I started the gym. I'm going to start where I first started the gym, because that is obviously where it first kicked in and it first sort of hit me and I discovered it. Because obviously you aren't born with body dysmorphia. As you grow up, you sort of attain it from looking at other people's physical statures and comparing that to yourself and feeling inadequate. So when I started the gym, I'd say when I first started the gym in 2021, I think it was November, I believe. I don't have the precise date, but I do have the relative range of when I started the gym. And it was around winter time of 2021. And at first, the body dysmorphia was subtle. I didn't really understand what it was at first. You know, I was 6 foot, 150, 160-ish pounds. And, you know, I was pretty skinny with a little eensy-weensy tad of muscle mass because I was an athlete and I played sports. So, you know, obviously I'm going to have a subtle amount of muscle mass from playing those sports. But it was not good enough for me, and I wanted more. So I started going to the gym, and I started diving deeper into the social media aspect of the gym, and I sort of started comparing myself to others on social media, and comparatively did not like how I matched up to those people. And that's when the body dysmorphia sort of really hit, which was February, April of 2022. And I wouldn't say that was the peak of body dysmorphia that I had, but it was up there. It sort of hit me, and I wasn't going to be one of those people. I set myself to this mindset of I was not going to be one of the people that decided to do nothing about it, mope, and complain. I decided I'm going to do something about it. So I put all of my effort, all of my time into simply working out and bettering my physical appearance. So I did that, and over the summer, I reaped the benefits. I was gaining a little bit of muscle mass. I still had really no clue of what I was doing, even though I thought I was the most knowledgeable person in the gym at the time, with only having 6 months experience in the gym. And I just thought I was the stuff. So that summer was really great. Body dysmorphia was at an all-time low. I thought I was awesome. I was tan. I was relatively lean from a outsider perspective, but looking back now, I was nowhere near where I wanted to be. And then winter hit, and that was winter of 2022 and going into 2023, and I'd say that was probably the key point of the body dysmorphia. I started bulking, and that was my first relative bulk, and I ate horribly. I ate cookies, I ate brownies, I ate really processed food. I didn't really care. I heard that you need to bulk, and the way you bulk is just by eating more food. No one told me about this protein stuff, carbs, nothing. I knew nothing about that. So I just ate and ate, and I think I got up to 190 at 6'1", and I still had abs, but you could visibly tell I was unhealthy in the way my face looked, the way like my love handles looked. I literally looked like an hourglass, but not in a good way. My hips were sticking out. I had relatively wide shoulders and clavicles, so that was obviously a genetic high point in my career, but I just looked awful, and I knew it because I was comparing myself to people online, and I was like, why don't I look like this? Why do I have a wide waist? And then I'd say that was a really key point of just locked in. You know, I didn't really talk to people. I just really locked in on the gym, was my own person, and I did a lot of cardio. So I'd say at that point, it was the peak of the body dysmorphia, but it was such a great thing to go through because of the fact that I went through the struggle, and I know how to strive past those struggles. So in my future life, nothing was going to be as hard as that key point right there. So I've already gone through one of the hardest times of my life, and it's just so great because now I'm going to know the discipline of how to overcome my struggles in my future self. So we go into 2023 summer, and I thought I looked pretty good. Body dysmorphia was still there some days, but at the same time, you know, I was relatively lean, I was cutting, and I felt pretty great. And then 2024 comes around, and I'd say the body dysmorphia was at a level standpoint, but some days were really bad, and some days I thought I was like the man. And I think it's weird like that. It works in weird ways like that. But at the same time, I also do think the body dysmorphia was at a reasonable level because I did not look that great. A lot of the time for body dysmorphia is because you don't look great. It's not because you look great and you think you don't look good. It's because you just simply do not look great. And that is the simple fact a lot of people have to understand. So I'd say 2020, where are we at? 2023 winter was a little bit of a struggle, but not as bad as the 2022 winter. So we went into that, came out 206 pounds, and then we went into summer. Sorry about that battery delay. So 2024 summer was probably the best I've ever looked, and I'm scared that is the best I will ever look. But at the same time, I have confidence in myself to really improve myself this summer, 2025. But 2024 was awesome. However, I always wanted more. A key point in my mental stability is always wanting more and striving for absolute precision perfection. I, over summer, looked fantastic looking back. But there were some days I looked absolutely fantastic, and then I'd go on social media and just rot my brain away and think, oh, why don't I look like David Lade, Alex Eubank? Oh, my chest is small. Oh, this little point, the tricep isn't curved. correctly, and I was tearing myself up. And a lot of the time, it wasn't even my fault. It was simply my genetics. Simply, I would say, I'm upset that my clavicle isn't a little longer, or I'm upset my waist isn't as small as a 20-inch waist. And I was really beating myself up about that every single day. And currently, I do the same thing of 2025, February, I believe it is. Should be 12 right now, yeah, so it's start of February. So the main thing, my main struggle, is simply just looking to be too perfect, because I represent myself in a perfect way to most people, to probably an egotistical value, but at the same time, I believe in the fact that what you say is what you become. So if I present myself as perfect, I believe I'm going to become a perfect person, which is obviously unachievable, but I want to be the best person I can be. And I feel like it is very materialistic to look at being perfect as being the best looking or the best in shape. And I'm sort of going over to the mental side of things and becoming a better person in general. And I feel like that is way more important than your outwards appearance. And I'm coming to that conclusion, but my mental state is not currently allowing me to accept that fact. And I feel like body dysmorphia currently is relatively medium. I'll have my good days and I'll have my bad days. The main reason I wanted to talk about this is because of the fact that I present myself as perfect to my viewers, people at school. And I know a lot of you think of yourself the same way I do. You look at these people who are perfect in a way, and they probably have the same struggles as you. So I wanted to give this little speech out to the people who look at me, look up to me, and think I'm this perfect person that has no problems, worries, nothing. And it sort of puts a shadow over your problems because you think you're inadequate, when in reality, everyone has the same problems and everyone is going through the same things. So what I would say is talk to people that you are friends with in your intricate subject, such as bodybuilding. You know, if you have body dysmorphia or something in that sort of range, talk to someone that you are friends with in that subject, and they probably are going through the same thing. And two people dealing with the same problem is a lot more effective than one person dealing with on their own. And if you have another friend, talk to them. Create a little group of people that support each other and just go with it. Even if it's something like art, find someone, you know, you think your art's not good enough, find someone to talk about. Maybe they don't think their art's good enough, and you can support each other. So that was the basis of this little speech, this really long speech, not a little speech. But that is the end of the video. Let me know in the comments your opinions on or your experience with body dysmorphia. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure to respond to all those comments. And yeah, just know that you're not alone in this little experience. And it does get better, especially during summer when you get lean.